Hey guys, so I have another video that goes over how to get heel pain relief quickly in one day with scraping the plantar fascia and the foot flexors of the foot. So that's all the muscles on the bottom. And also in the calf muscles, there's some problems there that you can address with scraping. And scraping methods, it started off as Chinese medicine, but now it's like a physical therapy protocol treatment for chronic connective tissue disorders, especially degenerative ones. And so today I found a new way of doing it, which is awesome, a new tool. So previously in the other video I showed you how to use this is a rice paddle. You can use a spatula, a cutting board, anything, or you can use a gua sha tool. These are made out of jade and they work phenomenally. I love them still, but I found a better tool today that mimics the ones that are thousands of dollars that they sell to the doctors. Similar to like Graston, IASTM, ASTYM, all the other scraping tools available, you can replace now with a wrench. So if you look very carefully, you will notice that this is like the same edge and it's stainless steel that they use for the very expensive tools. So instead of spending hundreds if not thousands of dollars on those tools, you can use a wrench and it works great. This is my new favorite tool. And you also have hand holds. You can put your fingers in there and then scrape the area. This one I like using for the bottom of the foot and then on the back of on the calf muscle. And so I'm going to show you how to use this one for that, and I also have some new techniques that I created that I'm going to go over in this video, and it should give you heel pain relief on the first go. When I first got this done, it was the first time I felt pain relief in like 2 or 3 years, I believe it was, and it was awesome. I loved it. It's a great way to reduce the pain. So alright, let's go over how to do it. Alright, the first step you want to do is find some lotion or any kind of skin lubricant. Put it on your foot, on the bottom first. We usually start with the bottom of the foot. And then rub it in a little bit, kind of warm it up. It's better to do this in the afternoon as compared to the morning. You can do it anytime though. It's best to do it about 1 time a day. After you get it kind of rubbed in and warmed up just enough, it doesn't take much. Just make sure there's lotion everywhere, and you cannot do this without lotion. It's not smart. Then get your scraping tool. It can be a wrench, a gua sha tool, whatever, and then go back and forth on the foot. When you first do it, you want to have the toes flexed a little bit and the calf a little bit short. So this shortens all the muscles, and then we go in there and rub the tool back and forth on the muscles. And this is good. This is how you warm up the foot so that we can do more later on. And so when you first start off, you want to do nice light pressure, nice and easy strokes back and forth, okay? Very easy. You want to warm up the tissue, kind of get the nutrient waste exchange thing going, get everything prepared. After a while, like just from doing that for me, it's really eased up. It's less sensitive now. And so now what I do is that I start to go quite a bit harder, especially on the heel. And then you just keep working all the way around with more and more pressure. You can eventually increase the pressure till it's you can increase it substantially, and you won't feel nearly as much pain when it's all warmed up and everything's good to go. You don't want to sit here and do this for an hour straight or something. It should be a very quick and fast process. I mean, a couple minutes tops. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good with this one. If you're in a lot of pain and there's lots of water that's stuck in the tissue and you hear a bunch of grinding noises when you do it, then it's going to take a bit longer, and you want to do a nice slow progression. For me, that's all I need to do right now because my plantar fascia at this point is doing pretty darn good. So that's all the treatment I need. If it still feels like there's more work that needs to be done, continue it, and you'll understand that feeling after you do it a couple times. You will feel when you need to do more. And that's a good thing to feel and understand. With the calf muscle, we just put some lotion back here, or anything you've got available. Rub it in on the back of the calf. Oh, and by the way, I totally missed the part on the foot flexors. So once you've warmed it up, you can pull the toes back and try to scrape. It's hard to do it with a wrench. I usually use a gua-sha tool for this. Or you can hold the foot back just like this and rub right into it. And you can do the whole foot like this. And try to get the sides, this little side down here, get the whole foot. My favorite is going straight into the heel with a lot of pressure. And as you can see, I'm on the edge of a bed, so it's good to get the foot where you can put pressure into it. Like if it's right here, I can't really put a bunch because my hand's getting blocked and I can only do this. But if you want to start, after you warm it up and you want to start putting more pressure into it, you want to put on the edge of a bed and then really grind into it so you can put your weight into it. You might not be flexible enough for this, and instead you're going to have to find another way by putting your foot across the other leg and doing it like that. That works great as well. I just prefer the other way because I can get a lot more pressure in. This way, in the back and the calf, the wrench works great for this spot. Like, you can put lots of pressure into this. You're going to have some adhesions that have developed in this area if you've had plantar fasciitis. And also, while you're at it, massage underneath this bony lump, because sometimes you'll feel some nerve entrapment issues, so you'll feel like, so you might have some shooting pains go down, you might have, because there's some water around the nerve, or some connective tissue adhesions. You can also string it like this. I have another video on all of these steps, but I don't know, I'm just here right now, and might as well educate you guys on this kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff you want to do every day, okay? Really important. Alright, when you first do the calf, make sure it's shortened. So see how my foot's pointed? And that means that this thing is just wobbly. It's just a bunch of water. It's a water bag that's just wobbling all over the place. So first, start off by scraping up and down. And you might find little spots where there's adhesions. And what adhesions means is that you're going to hear or feel some kind of hindrance to this scraping movement. So you're gonna feel some lumpies, you might feel some grainy tissue, granular tissue. Just keep going back and forth, and like I said, whatever area you scrape, you need to warm it up first. After it's warmed up, then you can kind of put more pressure and get creative and do other stuff. This spot is really good. I mean, this method of scraping a muscle slowly and softly beforehand while it's shortened is a great diagnostic tool to tell you where the adhesions are, or trigger points too. If I feel a trigger point in the soleus muscle that's underneath the gastrocnemius right here, this is a common one with plantar fasciitis, then I'm gonna sit here and work on it. Apply pressure, put foot back like this, apply pressure, bring toes up, apply pressure, bring toes up, and that'll release some of the adhesions if I feel a tender spot or a lump in my soleus. Same goes true up here in the gastrocnemius. You'll start to get good at feeling where those adhesions are from this method. I need some more lotion. And you can do this at home. It's really safe. I mean, it's really hard to mess up. So that's why I try to educate people on how to do this, because it's really easy, straightforward massage technique that can really help your plantar fasciitis pain along. After you get rid of the diagnostics and it's warmed up, you kind of figure out where the issues are. Now we're gonna extend the foot this way and then add more pressure with scraping. But you want to start off slow, okay? Do not try to push this thing in there in a desperate attempt to fix your plantar fasciitis. You really need to start off slow and then increase pressure with every step. For this one, you're going to get a lot of adhesions, usually right here, and then sometimes down here next to the Achilles. It really depends on what started your plantar fasciitis, how it developed, like all the biomechanical attributes of your plantar fasciitis case, because they develop in different ways from different muscles going out of whack, or weakness in different areas, or lack of nutrient waste exchange in certain areas. So you really got to feel the whole thing and figure out where it is for your specific case of plantar fasciitis. Some people might have it up here on the other side of the calf. That's a very common place too. There is a nerve that runs by, so be careful. Just be gentle. As long as you're gentle, you can't really mess this up. Stick to the muscle. This bone, you don't want to put a wrench on a bone. That hurts. You just want to do it on the muscle part. Lots of water. You push water in, push water out. Many people may be asking, why are we doing this? Why are we scraping the foot? It sounds kind of archaic, like using a wrench and all these tools to scrape the muscles around the foot. And the reason why we do it is because it breaks up scar tissue adhesions that are perpetuated and caused by plantar fasciitis. So if you have a chronic inflammatory response or whatever's causing your plantar fasciitis, whether it's a lack of nutrient waste exchange or something like that, that's causing it, whether it's weakness in the foot muscles causing the nutrient waste exchange, whatever it is, this kind of helps fix that. It gets nutrients in, waste out, so it can break up all the scar tissue. Scar tissue kind of likes to develop in degenerative inflammatory states when you can't get nutrients and waste in and out of the tissue. And so what we want to do is force feed the area with nutrients and force the bad stuff out, all the metabolic waste products. And this means that it'll go back into the circulation or it'll go back in the lymphatic system. If you have swollen ankles and you're in a bad state of health, you do not walk around much, you do not move much, then it's going to be very hard to heal from plantar fasciitis, okay? You want to stay moving. The reason why is a lot of these therapies are aimed at getting nutrients and waste in and out of the tissue. If you're static and you just sit and watch TV all day, things are not going to make it down there so that it can fix itself. You need your body to be moving so you can get the stuff in there. But of course, you don't want to move too much where it hurts your plantar fasciitis. So you really want to be careful. It has to be a progression thing, step by step. If you guys haven't already, check out my book. It's a very no-thinking, straightforward guide to fixing plantar fasciitis. It fixes it unless you get your money back. It's the stuff that I used to get out of a wheelchair. I couldn't walk for a very, very long time. And so everything that I talk about actually will help you, and if not, you might not have plantar fasciitis. If this stuff doesn't give you relief, it's probably because you do not have plantar fasciitis, and you need to check out other things. Bone stress fractures on the calcaneus. If you're a kid, there's certain growth disorders, all sorts of stuff that can cause heel pain. So yeah, leave a comment below if you have any questions. Scraping is a great way that you should try today for fixing your heel pain. And there's no side effects, nothing bad. You might be a little sore the next day. If you're a little sore, give it a break. You just go by feel. Just follow what your body says and follow accordingly to what it tells you. And yeah, let me know how this helps. Alright, take care guys. Bye.